What Makes a Champion brought to you by the home of the champion, the Ali Center. Today, Jeannie Conkey says one of the champ's core values is respect.
Respecting oneself and others is key to success. By respecting himself, Muhammad was able to achieve personal greatness. By respecting others, he was able to share this with the world. What makes a champion? Respect.
Former U of L and Baltimore Colts star Lenny Laws passed away this week, and Lenny Laws showed us every day what it means to be a champion.
Lenny was an icon, and if you look at him, one of the first African-American players that are coming in this program, and has done so much. And when you think about him, he was one of those players that he didn't need the spotlight. He was always behind the scene. This summer, we brought back all the former players, and I walked him into this building because I had a mural downstairs that I had of him, and I wanted him to see it. And he walked in, and he looked up, and he was kind of shocked. He said, "Why'd you put me up there?" And I said, "Well, you deserve to be up there because of what you've done for this program." But he was a special person, and you hate to see the passing. And his family, I know in this time of discomfort, God is always our comforter, and I know that he's what he's done, and he's an unbelievable person.
Lenny Laws is a great human being. I mean, anybody who had interaction with him really liked him, and he's so incredibly humble. I mean, for a guy who has a bronze statue of himself in his hometown, I can't believe. I would be as big. I couldn't fit through a door in terms
like
of
you
big,
are now.
Exactly, even more than I am now. If I had a bronze statue, but he's so humble. He had a mural of him at Louisville, and deservedly so. He's a Central High School star. He was an NFL star. He's a Pro Bowler. He's a Super Bowl participant. He's a business owner. This is a great picture. Lenny Laws right there with Muhammad Ali and Rudell Stitch, two heavyweight boxing champions. And what makes a champion? Lenny Laws. He's a perfect person for that.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's jump into, as we go now, to our Game Time storylines.
Hopefully we're known as the people who beat the Tennessee streak. I mean, obviously we don't want to be known as the guys who ended the bowl streak, so we've got a lot to play for this week.
Guys like Stuart Hines and Ronnie Snead hope to write and plan to write a good ending to their final chapter of college football this Saturday against the Vols. Kentucky, you'll either be remembered as the group of seniors that broke the bowl streak or the one that ended the Tennessee streak.
Right, and we're definitely going to be the group that's going to beat this Tennessee team, and that's how we're going out. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
It's embarrassing. The fact that a streak can last that long in college football, with the talent we've had on teams, especially, I mean, since I've been here, I mean, 07, the team with Andre and Keenan and all those guys, they scored like 50-something points on them and still didn't win. So, it's a pride thing. We've got to come out and say, we're going to put an end to this.
And I really hope they're accurate. The problem is that, and you guys can attest this, we've been in this business long enough. I've heard senior classes say that exact same statement for the last 20 years of, this is embarrassing, there's no reason this streak should be lasting this long. Well, then go out and do something about it. Put an end to it. They've had their chances. Goodness knows they've had their chances. They even had a good chance last year playing in Knoxville. Randall Cobb was determined to put an end to the streak. Well, it didn't turn out so well. They've got to put together their best game of the year to have a chance. Tyler Bray is back. He's a very good quarterback and played really well against Vanderbilt, the same Vandy team that ran UK off the field down in Nashville. So you would look at it and you say, there's no way Kentucky's winning this game. They've got to put together their best game. They're beat up, and it'll have to be pride and determination if they pull this off.
Well, with the exception of that home loss to Pitt, the Louisville football team is doing what good teams should do, which is playing their best football at the end of the season.
If you look at us, all three phases played well. Offensively, we had drives of 81, 95, 68, 64 yards where we drove the football. Then on defense, the first three possessions, I think they had 3 and outs, and I think we ended up with 6 3 and outs. Held a team that had been running the ball very well to less than 100 yards rushing. And then in the special teams, we got a big boost early where Bouchel returns the opening kickoff 100 yards.
This is really what Louisville football should look like. I mean, I think if Louisville plays Marshall again or FIU again, somebody like that, they win by 2 or 3 touchdowns because I think they're playing much better football now that all these young kids are kind of growing up and the line's back together. I really think they're playing good football. Now, they could go out Friday and stink up the joint, but that UConn game was their complete game so far this year.
The Louisville football team, the Kentucky basketball team has a lot of these great high school stars on it, but once you go into college, everything changes. The game gets a lot more physical, and Cal says that this is a learned skill, being physical, and he's trying to teach them.
And this is all of them. Do you catch it and just get it off, or do you catch it and drive it and get bumped and grabbed and held? What's the easiest thing you can do? Catch it and shoot that bad boy before anybody comes near me. And the other thing is you rebound and just start running. And versus rebound, bring it in and be strong with it. It doesn't matter if you're a 2-guard, a 3-man, a 4-man, it doesn't matter. That tough. Do I really want to go in there? I may get hit in the eye in there. I'm going to stay out. That's all what we're trying to learn and to get better as a team. But, you know, like I said, it's an interesting process as you go.
Especially for high school kids. I even asked Cal, because you've heard talk about how rough the practices are, and asking if these practices are as physical as that game against Old Dominion. He said, no, I don't want to get anybody hurt. I don't push it to that extreme. But these guys have just got to learn that when somebody runs into you and bangs you, don't go looking for the ref, because it's not going to get, that call is not coming at this level. And as Darius Miller said, you can't teach anybody. You have to experience. You have to get smacked upside the head and look around and say, what, no foul? Okay, and keep going and go play the game. It's a learned process. Terrence Jones should be there. He should be the one leading the way. He's strong enough to do it.
We come back on the Red and Blue Review. We'll tell you why what needs fixing at Louisville and Kentucky is Tennessee and Tampa. But as we head to the break, Howie's going to tell us about CardinalSports.com.
You got it. The best place to hang out during games, after games, for recruiting stuff, CardinalSports.com. It's the Louisville site. It's all Louisville fans. Check out post-game interviews, videos of recruits, who's coming to campus next year. You can find it all at CardinalSports.com.